The miracle of baby Moses, Exodus chapter 1. Jochebed could no longer hide baby Moses, so she decided to make a special basket to protect him. 8-year-old Miriam helped her mother as they began weaving the reeds together with love. As they raised the reeds one by one, the sides of the basket grew higher and higher. Praying as they wove the last reed, a strong and beautiful basket was finally complete. But to keep the water out, they needed to spread pitch all over it. After carefully coating the basket with pitch, it could now float safely on water. Jochebed brought out the softest cloth she had saved especially for her baby. They laid the cloth inside the basket as gently as if they were holding the baby himself. To keep the baby comfortable and warm, they also tucked in a small cozy blanket. When everything was ready, Jochebed and Miriam prayed together to God with hopeful hearts. Early in the morning, Jochebed held baby Moses in her arms. "My precious baby, God will watch over you." As she gently laid the baby in the reed basket, tears rolled down her cheeks. "Grow well, my Moses," Miriam asked. "Mama, can I come with you?" "Yes, but you must watch quietly from afar." Jochebed picked up the basket and slowly left the house, with Miriam following behind. They arrived at the Nile River, where the blue water flowed gently and peacefully. Jochebed knelt down, gazed at her baby one last time, and prayed, "Lord, I place this child in your hands." As she placed the basket on the water, it began to float gently, and her hands slowly let go. The basket drifted through the reeds as Miriam whispered, "Don't worry, baby brother. I'll watch over you." Jochebed stood by the riverbank watching the basket, while Miriam held her mother's hand tightly. "Go and keep watch, Miriam." Miriam nodded quietly and followed the basket along the shore. Quietly in the reeds, watching the basket. "Baby brother, I'm here watching over you," she whispered. Then a beautiful voice came from the distance. The Egyptian princess was coming to the river with her servants. As the princess walked along the shore, she spotted the basket among the reeds. "What's that? Go and bring it here." A servant carefully retrieved the basket. When the princess opened it, she saw a baby inside. Baby Moses began to cry softly. The princess's heart melted with tenderness at the sound. "Oh, what a precious baby." The princess gently picked up the baby, and he stopped crying. The princess smiled and said, "This is a Hebrew baby, but he's so adorable. I will raise him as my own." Miriam gathered her courage and stepped out from the reeds. She approached the princess and asked, "May I help you? Shall I find a Hebrew woman who can nurse the baby for you?" The princess nodded. "Yes, please find someone." Miriam ran off with joy in her heart. God's plan was unfolding perfectly. See you again next time. The Miracle of Baby Moses, Part 4. Miriam ran home with joy, breathing heavily as she knocked on the door. Jochebed opened the door. Miriam quickly told her about the princess. Mother's eyes widened with hope. "Hurry, Mama!" Miriam pulled her mother's hand. There was hope at last. Mother and daughter held hands and ran to the river together, their hearts pounding with anticipation. They arrived at the riverbank. The princess stood there holding the baby. Jochebed approached carefully. Miriam introduced Jochebed. The princess looked at the mother and nodded with understanding. The princess asked gently, "Can you care for this baby?" Jochebed bowed respectfully in response. The princess smiled and handed the baby to Jochebed. Baby Moses returned to his mother's arms. Jochebed held her baby tight. Tears flowed, but they were tears of pure joy. The princess blessed them, saying, "Raise him well." God's miracle had come true. Years passed, and baby Moses grew into a strong young boy. Jochebed raised him with love and care. One day, the princess's servants came. The promised time had arrived. Moses had to go to the palace now. Jochebed hugged Moses tightly. "Be good, my son. I will always pray for you," she said, holding back tears. Moses walked toward the palace holding hands with the servants. His small footsteps grew distant. They arrived at the palace. Magnificent buildings and vast gardens spread before them. Moses' eyes widened in wonder. The princess welcomed him warmly. "My son, welcome home," she said, hugging him tenderly. Moses received the finest education in the palace. He learned reading, wisdom, and leadership. But Moses never forgot he was Hebrew. He remembered the God his mother taught him about. Moses grew up like a prince, but always thought of his people in his heart. God's plan was within him. Moses grew into a fine young man. God was preparing him for something special. See you again next time.